Speaking of how God works, man, how'd you get involved working with Kanye, being Chicago,
God, you just said.
Kanye?
You just said God.
You know.
God, man. Really, God in the form of John Monopoly. Yep. I had did the Common album, and Lauryn Hill, we was at the House of Blues when Zion was a baby. I was holding Zion, and she was getting ready for something. I just held him for a few seconds. She was like, I love what you did on the album. You should do a spoken word album. And I'm like, hardy, hard. Who gonna listen to it? I wouldn't buy a spoken word album. What the fuck you talking about? A spoken word album? She's like, yeah, you should do a whole spoken word album. But she from Jersey, a little different culture. Chicago, man, I've been to beat somebody up tomorrow. Check out my spoken word album. But kill your mother. Like, you should do an album. I'm like, nah. So after that, I did the Carl Thomas album where I did the poem on it, and people loved it. It's a little different than the Common album. I was somewhat salacious on there too. I'm always salacious, but I'm always profane and sometimes profound, but profane for sure. But on the Carl Thomas album, it was strange because I said the word bitch on an R&B album, which had not been done to that point. They thought God did it. He said, come get it. They said, dumb bitch, but he said, come get it. So I'm talking about streets. My best friend was peddling. My best friend Mike Knox, like we was, out here selling dope or whatever. And I'm saying this on the R&B album. And they like, okay, Puff. But Puff, shout out to Puff at that time and his wisdoms. He made bad decisions afterwards, but, I pray he heal. I pray Big Bro heal. And what he did was fucking wrong and terrible. Wrong and terrible, the shit he did to people was wrong and terrible. But he got 50 more years to heal. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
He gonna resurrect that shit. He better get that shit right. So anyway, I do it, and Puff was like, the first one was worse. I was like, talking about fucking raw and shit. Like, I said some shit like, I said she the only thing. I said Ramadan, I break fast, but she the only thing I want for dinner. And I run up in her. Blindfold and bald head like Yul Brynner, a certified sinner. He was like, that's too much for R&B album. You tweaking. You out your mind. So I dumbed it down to the one you heard on Carl Thomas album. But the crazy part is this, man. Here's the fucking wildest shit. That motherfucking, being on Carl Thomas, shout out Carl Thomas, being on his album allowed Jay-Z to hear me, people like that, because it's a big shit, 5 million records.
Right.
They hearing spoken word, and I get to tour with Carl, which added another element to my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm on full. I tour with Common, 2 Shout Common, but this is big. This is,
They had you just do the one song, or were you doing other?
I did that poem, and I did another poem while Carl changed clothes. So I would do a freestyle poem to the song Sunshine.
Okay.
Kern, the band director, he was called Detroit motherfucker. Sunshine. I do the whole thing. I had, sexy shit.
That's dope.
I just want to take you somewhere like Jamaica and watch your whole body turn brown in the sunshine. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga is. Freestyling this shit, Birds and bees and flowers. It was crazy, but so I was doing that. It was like a show. So Carl was doing the presentation. We have a couch on stage, bring a bitch on, we drinking this shit, and Carl, hugging bitches, singing from behind him and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was lit. So that shit was crazy, right? But it gave me the confidence that I was working on his album, that I was, a good songwriter or a good assistant. I didn't know I was songwriting at the time. So we had Bad Boy Weekend, and John Monopoly say, man, Malik, you should really do an album. Like this 2 in a row. Like the common shit, wow.
Right.
Julio G in LA playing the shit. Then you got the Carl Thomas shit. You went around the country with this shit, bro. You got to do an album. I was like, John, how the fuck do I supposed to do this? He's like, you get production into an album. What the fuck you mean? You in the music industry, stop acting like this. Because I really didn't understand I was in entertainment. I didn't understand I was in the music industry. I'm still calling myself a poet.
Right.
Man, bro, shout out to Ola. He's like, I got a guy with some money, man. His cousin was, has a relationship with this dude. She was like, yeah, he's got some money. He's like, he want to get behind you. He want to get in the music industry. This is the best opportunity. Now the shit fell apart crazy because dude didn't know what he was doing, and I had no idea what I was doing. And John Monopoly was just John Monopoly. But we made an album though.
That's dope.
And he was like, you got to get a song from my producer, Kanye. I was like, I know Kanye. the dude from Go Getters. He's like, yeah, he's a producer too. So I slid. I told the story before, but I'll tell it again here just for the sake. So I slide over to the motherfucking to Kanye house on a Sunday after the club. He in the ops territory, GD territory. You know, they all GDs and shit. I'm Stone. So I get over there. Got these two girls with me that left the club. We went to breakfast. Now I'm finna go to my crib downtown or whatever and do what I do. Live my life. So I come in, it's a bunch of dudes sitting around, they producing this shit. He's like, oh, Malik Yusef, y'all know him? They like, oh yeah, we know Malik. He played me a bunch of beats. I'm like, I don't do this kind of poetry, this jazz shit, all this shit. I don't do this shit, nigga. This ain't me. Man, boy, this nigga said, I got one for you. Played one, I was like, horrible too. I'm gone, I'll be back. He said, I have one for you Monday though. I said, okay. He said, but wait, I need the money today. He's selling beats for $500, which was unheard of. I said,
this Kanye.
It's Kanye.
Okay.
He said, I'm gonna need the money today though. I said, nigga, you gonna pay you for a beat that I might like? What nigga? Boy, you trying to get me, you extorting me. Y'all niggas trying to rob me because I'm a stone? That's what but you using music to rob me, man. I'll fight everybody in this bitch. I'll fight all you motherfuckers. He like, I ain't say that, but that's how I'm feeling.
Right.
He's like, I was like, bro, I can't do that. I can't pay for it. I thought you were talking to another motherfucker. I can't pay you for no beat that I might like Monday.
Right.
He's like, but you can appreciate this. He said, based on your company, he says, I got a date tonight, and I want to wear Pelly. And Pelly's is $700. You got a lot of them. Pelly's is $700. I got the $200, but I need your $500 so I can complete the transaction. And
I was honest.
He said, yeah, so I can, this girl I really like, and if I got a Pelly on, you know what's gonna happen with a Pelly. I was like, it's true. Nigga, it's real. He said, and you come back, I promise I'm gonna have a beat you gonna love. He said, now, don't come too early, depending on how your night go. I wouldn't advise you to come too early. I said, you know what, nigga?
Yeah.
Half a stack. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right.
He said, I'll call you. Can I get your number? I said, yes, sir. Give him my number. I slide, come back late on that day. On Monday, I come in. Wouldn't you like to buy these pretty balloons? And he's like, I changed it up, made this. Wouldn't you? It sounds like when you like to ride, don't it? I was like, oh yeah. That soul sample sped up. I'm like, oh, I love this shit. Yeah, you're right. I do love it. He's like, yeah, you gonna do something to this? He's like, cause you said you don't like the jazz poetry. You doing like a hip hop beats and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's smart, man. That's smart. He said, who you gonna have on? I heard you having rappers and singers. I said, I'm gonna have on this one. I think I said I'm gonna have. Who else? I think I said I was gonna have Avant sing it, and he said, who you gonna have rapping? I said, I'm gonna have Common. He said, oh, I love Common. I always wanted to do a song with Common. He said, I rap too. Can I be on it? I was like, yeah. But again, going to my habits of always giving people opportunity, always making space for people. I was
going to say that. Yeah.
Always making space for people, always being forgiving of them. If they're genuine, I said, yeah, sure. Man, that's the best decision I made in my music career. Was motherfucking buying the beat from Kanye, letting him be on that motherfucker.
That just seems like watching all the shit about Kanye when he was there, and like that seemed like real fucking Kanye, like just
real Kanye.
He gave you the beat now, like let me get on it.
Let me get on it. Kanye, who you putting on? I want to get song with Kanye. I always loved him. Yeah. Now I'll take your money and I'll still be on the beat. So I win all the way around. Yeah. But best decision for me though. MTV Award, toured with that song with him. You know what I'm saying? Video, still getting mileage, going to clubs in LA where they playing the song.
Right.
It's 2 months ago. Monopoly hit me like, Malik, where you at? I said, I'm at the crib in Chicago. He said, oh man, I'm in a bar in LA, man. Listen to this. Hold on. Go to the speaker. They playing When You Like to Ride in the bar. They don't know John Monopoly he was in there. Mm-hmm. He A&R'd that whole song though. He put that whole shit together. For real. So shout out John Monopoly. So that's how I was able to get with Kanye.
Did Kanye ever tell you what happened with the Pelly girl? Did he get them cheeks from buying that $700 shirt?
Wow.
God damn. Was he like, yeah, it worked?
Wow.
The next day.
I don't remember. You know what? I'm not that big of a sex tales type motherfucker. I'm not a big motherfucking sex tales type person. I don't vicariate in that way with other men. I'm like I'm a lover boy type nigga. I love you, girl. Yeah, I'm that type of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Real Love Jones.
I'm a real Love Jones. I'm real boyfriend type music type shit. I'm all kisses, hugs, love, face to face. Do you need anything? Can I serve you? I'm type of nigga like that. So Kanye probably wouldn't involve me in those details. You feel me? But it's crazy. You know what's crazy? You said that it does hold true to how he is. Yeah. Like, is there more available for me with this?
Right.
And that's what he's been so successful in this career.
I remember watching a video where he went into every room of that record label and just played whoever the fuck would listen. He didn't know who they were. He just played his shit. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
You got to hear Shaka when she tell the story of Kanye at Rock Nation. Boy, she is fucking funny. She's like, Kanye will call you at 11 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock in the morning and don't even care what time zone, what country you in. Listen, I got this idea. And that is him.
Right.
That motherfucker called me, man, peace be upon Virgil. He called me 5:30. I was in Atlanta. Like, man, what's up, bro? I was like, geez, bro, sun ain't even up yet, bro. This is like the day after Thanksgiving or some shit. I'm like, gee, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, I can't even cognate the words, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? And that happened to be the day Virgil died, peace be upon him. But that is indicative of who he is. You live by the sword that you die by. People say, you live by the sword, die by the sword. No, you live by the sword that you die by. The thing that has given you so much life is Harvey Shankar died on the road. James Brown died on the road. You're going to live it all the way through. It's okay. You want to have a dragon rider's death. If you're a dragon rider, you don't want to fall and slip in a fucking library. You feel me?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. You live by this sword. This sword has been so good to you. Let me follow my own sword. I can't beat all you motherfuckers no more. Y'all ain't gonna take me into custody and chop parts of me and shit off, man.
Yeah.
And he lived by it and died by it and resurrected and gonna live by it and die by it again. Cause he always gonna get as much as he can for Ye. And some of it gonna spill out on motherfuckers like me. I don't think Ye had no intention on making me famous. I don't think he did. I think he intended on, man, Malik is one of the coldest writers because he retarded. He's crazy. He got ADHD. He got synesthesia. He's autistic. He a weird motherfucker. Look what I got on, nigga. I got on LGBTQ colors and shit the whole fucking day. And I'm hetero, nigga. But I love these colors. It makes my brain work.
Right.
So I'm just doing make my brain work. And he takes advantage of it in a good way.
Now, was he on back then? Or was he
No.
It seemed like that was the beginning of his career, too.
It was, because he was just trying to figure it out. But during that time frame, he got signed to Rock. And then he ran through the budget, which what got me in working with him, to your question, was that one song was good. A lot of people got an A song with Kanye, early Kanye. They bought a song. But none of them turned it into this. So I turned this into a whole life.
Right.
But he called when I had my store in the mall. I used to have really dope come through my store and kick it and shit. I had TVs, pool tables. I had the only black-owned store in the Ford City Mall. And shout out Big B, who changed over. Big Beautiful. Peace be upon him. And he say, I need some money. I said, how much you need? He said, 500. I said, okay. Get it from the label. He's like, I ran through my advance. I said, get enough. He said, I ran through my second advance. I said, okay. When you need it back, he said, immediately. I said, okay, cool. I had a good year. I put together 5 and flew out to LA. And that really started my career as a producer, songwriter, but always giving. I've made way more than that now. That 500 is a distant memory for me.
Right.
You feel me?
And was that before he got into the accident or after?
This was right around the same time. Yep, right around the same time. You know what? You're right, because I was supposed to come to New York with it, and I got to New York, and they was like, you here for Kanye? You got access to go upstairs, but he's in L.A. He had a car accident. So I flew out to L.A., and that's when we started everything. Cootie was, I went to high school with Cootie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's all these circles, man, these concentric circles that all interlock. But that's everybody's life. But you got to notice it, though. And you got to be brave enough to take advantage of it. Because see, bravery includes letting somebody surpass you. You have to be brave enough to let somebody go past you. You have to be brave enough that the student can become the master. Because what you don't understand, the white belt theory is that you always starting from zero anyway. You're always starting over. You're always learning from the things you put in place. Always. And people don't get that because we got trauma, especially men. We got traumas with like, I got to be in control of everything. And relinquishing control for men could mean death. It could mean, a resource gully. Because do I trust you as much as I trust myself? Well, that means I haven't chosen wisely as for a companion. That means I didn't choose I didn't do something right. If I don't feel like you can truly accommodate or have the acumen to make this thing keep fucking going, a motherfucker, so you will always keep motherfuckers under you. And I think Kanye has developed the bravery to let me go out and be Malik Yusef fully. And I don't think he had that ability at a time, but, keep on living. Like my grandpa used to say, keep on living.